Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to the Pixie Palace. And here we are again for the lovely weekly oracle card reading for September 18th, 2022. Had to think about it for a minute. I don't know about you guys, but time has been running away from me once again. And we are prime in the Mercury Retrograde. So it's been creating a lot of chaos. I've talked to a lot of people in my life recently, and they've been experiencing different effects from it. Not that we should use it as an excuse to get away with anything or get out of something, but it is a real energy. All the planets were aligned at one point. I don't really keep super close track of where the planets are and all that, but I do know the effects are definitely real.
And I just try to go crazy with them.
I know in my life has been a little bit chaotic. I was setting to do some videos and I forgot in my area we have our yearly air races going on, and that means airplanes fly over my apartment constantly. It's so much fun. In the collective, we probably noticed that different people, different situations are no longer serving us. And what I mean by that is they don't add value to our lives. It's not that they themselves are not valuable, but they may not mesh with our interests or our direction in life. Sometimes it can be relationships that grow apart, and that's totally natural. Sometimes people are only in our lives for a season. Also, we're meeting a lot of people who will be with us for the long haul. There's been a lot of people who have been finding their soul tribe, if you want to call it that. I'd rather call it soul family. People they really resonate with on a higher level. And it's really opening up different truths within ourselves that we weren't aware of before. It's really interesting. On a normal level, someone can really empower us, can really set us on the right course. And then there are others that are there to teach us lessons of what we don't want. So be discerning when you meet someone you have a deep connection with. You'll know if it's something that attracts you or something that repels you. But regardless, in each situation, there's a lot of teachable moments that you can use to work on yourself. So that was a pretty powerful message, but as we go into the main part of this video, I did want to put a slight disclaimer. There may be some outside noise, some banging, and some lawn mowing, so I did the best I could to get it out of the video. I think I did okay, but you still might hear a little bit. And there are a couple quick little camera glitches. Bear with me with that. You know, it is what it is, and I think the Mercury Retrograde is to be blamed for that. Just saying.
You did this to me. I thought y'all was my people.
Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you soon, and let's get to it and see what this universe has to tell us this week. And here we are with the usual setup. I actually mixed the crystals around a little this time. And we have our lovely card deck that we're going to use, Oracle of the Fairies by Karen K. And a few of you have been asking me what kind of candle I have that I have behind the cards. So I'll show you. It's vanilla birch. And it smells amazing. Surprisingly enough, I got it at a grocery store, of all places, and it was just a perfect purchase because I've been using it for a few weeks now, and it's still going strong. So it's always a nice little ambience to the reading. So as you can see, I have my usual crystals, and we are raring to go to have this beautiful reading for this week. So let's see what the cards have to say. Okay, these are the three cards that popped out for this week. We have Light, Flourish, and Transformation. Ooh, this is going to be a good one. Okay, so let's get into the first card. The first card is Light. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation, and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. This card actually has a double message this time around. It's one for the collective as well as one for our individual path. As far as the collective, a lot of us have noticed that the outside world has been really in a lot of chaos, especially the past couple years. And it seems to grow and grow as old systems are crumbling, the matrix is glitching big time, so to speak, and old ways that used to work no longer do. There are a lot of people out there that are actually coming into their own awareness, realizing that things aren't always what they seem. And a lot of light is being shed on to the dark things out there. A lot of things that the entities out there have been hiding from most of us. It's really interesting to see how that light shines on the truth. There's nowhere for the darkness to hide. This in itself is very powerful. While we are still going through chaos, and unfortunately it's going to be happening for a while and perhaps even accelerating, we are going to come to the light. We are going to see the light of a new world. And when I say a new world, I mean it will be a world of more positivity, more love, more compassion and kindness. Even in all this chaos and darkness, there is always light. Sometimes we have to look for it within ourselves, and that's where it comes to our individual paths. We all lose sight of our own light occasionally, and that is totally human. With this card, this means you could have an epiphany or discover a truth within yourself or with a loved one or even on a situation you've been mulling over. And this is a very positive thing. We are in a positive energy right now. It may not seem like it at the moment. You might discover something a little bit shocking or dumbfounding, something you maybe never would have imagined. But in all that, it will be for a positive reason, and it will be a positive result. It may be something even just knowing that you have to clear out old energy or stale relationship or even a situation that no longer serves you. It could even be that. Sometimes it seems that whatever we're in, it will never get better. The darkness will remain, but the light always wins. It may take time in certain situations, but it always comes through and it always reveals the truth. Go ahead, Timmy. Hurry the frick up. Okay, thank you. The second card is Flourish. The Lotus Flower Fairy tells you to learn from experience and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. This is a really beautiful message, and I really am resonating with this right now. We all have the power to flourish, and many of us are right now, whether it's in our business or our personal lives. It could be in your creative process, it could be in your relationships, or even just doing all that shadow work that I mentioned earlier. It could be a lot of things. But in this, as we go through the trials and tribulations of life, this is a reminder to let you know that as you go through these things, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's happening for you to grow into a better version of yourself. And while it's hard to see that while you're in the middle of it, when you look at some of the experiences you went through in hindsight, you will see that you are a better person because of it. As you flourish, it's allowing yourself to flourish and not give in to defeat or allow yourself to be in that negativity for long. Of course, we all need time to feel our feelings, really sit with them and process. That's just as important, because if we push those feelings aside or ignore them, they always come out even more so later on. And usually it's not in a good way. So it's really important to do that. So if anyone tells you, get over it, or why are you feeling that way? You shouldn't feel that way, or start diminishing how you feel, that's a red flag. That's someone who's gaslighting you in that case. So no one needs that, so get away from that person real quick. But I digress. You have a right to feel how you feel. Your feelings are totally valid. But there's a difference between feeling the feelings and processing and healing and staying in that energy. When you stay in that energy, you cannot flourish. We want you to thrive. We want you to grow. We want you to learn and experience life to the fullest. And to experience life to the fullest, unfortunately, we do have to go through negative experiences. It's not fun. It's not anything any of us wants. But in hindsight, some of the experiences I've been through that were less than lovely really shaped who I am today. And I'm able to use that experience to help others in a similar situation. And it really helps to know that you can really make a difference to someone, because if you hadn't had that experience, you wouldn't be able to relate to them. You wouldn't be able to understand them. And in this, you do flourish as you help others. Embrace healthy ways to flourish. Embrace being grateful for what you already have. Gratitude is basically the golden key to so many things. It unlocks all this positive energy that will come right back to you, and it actually brings in those flourishing elements to your reality. It's really interesting how all of this is connected and how one thing can lead to a beautiful ripple effect in all aspects of your life. So just remember that things are flourishing for you, whether they look like it or not. Allow yourself to flourish. Get out of your own way and see how much you shine. Last but not least, we have a repeat message this week. Transformation. So how many of you remember that one? This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your highest good. Embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Now, this is a repeated message because it is still happening for many of us. Some of us still haven't come to the realization that we need to get out of our own way in order for the transformation to happen. So, as my dad would always say when I got sick, stop it. It was an inside joke we always had, and it only worked once, but it actually did work that one time. But honestly, jokes aside, it's all about change. Everything that we're comfortable with right now, our reality as it is, will change regardless. But no matter what form it's in, it's all important. It's all what shapes us to be the better version of ourselves. We don't always see that, but again, hindsight is really the theme here. When we look back at all the changes we've been through, we really start to realize that we're transforming into a better version of ourselves. We learned things in those teachable moments. We embraced all the positive things that have come into our reality. And we've really started doing the inner work that was needed and is still needed. We started peeling away the layers of who we really are. And as we do this, it's really beautiful in itself because we start going back to the core vibration that we all are, which is love. So you are urged to hold on to that gratitude. Gratitude is the attitude to go through this transformation. Be grateful for what you have, of the people that are in your life, of the growth that you're going through, and all the things I think a lot of us don't really take the time to acknowledge the things we've accomplished, the moments that we learned something and applied it, the shadow work that we really did and transmuted, even just the little things. And the universe really wants you to start doing that. Start acknowledging your accomplishments. Start understanding how you're transforming. Every little thing can be a beautiful transformation. Transformation is quite a process, and a lot of the times we're not consciously aware of it. That's why hindsight is so important. It's always better to not hold on to the past, but acknowledge the past. Embrace what you've learned. Now, it's sometimes easier said than done, especially if you are in the darkness right now. But do know the darkness does not last forever. Nothing lasts forever. Change is the only constant. And when we start realizing that and embrace the change and embrace what is waiting for us later down in our journey, the easier it seems to be to make that transformation. So as the transformation happens, you'll start seeing that beautiful, better version of yourself. So there you have it. Those are the 3 cards for this week. It was such a beautiful reading. For some reason, it was a little hard to convey the messages. I felt all this energy, and I'm sure a lot of you will also. So let me know which card resonates for you. Put a comment down below. I'd love to start a conversation with you. And who knows, maybe somebody else will see your comment and resonate with that as well. As always, I really appreciate you guys supporting this channel and showing me so much love lately. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So if you like these kind of videos, please click like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, but more importantly, it will get the messages out to those who need them. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful week. Keep going for your dreams and know you are enough. Until the next time, to know yourself is to know your truth. Namaste. And really? Do I sense deja vu with this? Timmy butt sticking out of the window. Timmy! God. Oh, yes, universe, I love you so much right now. Look at all the beauty. In our outside world as well as our indoor. God, just give me a drink, why don't you? Give me some of the Fireball and I'll tell you everything. It'll be great. It'll be a party.